One moment your dog seems completely normal, and the next, they are vomiting on the floor, refusing food, or having diarrhea multiple times in the same night. For most dog owners, this is one of the scariest experiences imaginable, because the hardest part is not knowing one thing. Is this something harmless, or the beginning of a medical emergency? In our previous video, we talked about the hidden signs dogs show when they are suffering silently in pain, but stomach problems can be even more confusing. Sometimes a dog recovers within hours, and sometimes waiting too long can become life-threatening. That is why in this video, we are going to break down 5 dangerous vomiting and diarrhea situations that may require urgent veterinary attention, and 5 situations you can usually monitor safely at home. And trust us, one of these warning signs is responsible for countless emergency vet visits every single year because owners assume it will just pass. Before we begin, comment below: 1. If vomiting worries you more. 2. If diarrhea worries you more as a dog owner. And if you want to better understand the hidden health signals dogs cannot explain themselves, make sure to subscribe and follow the channel for more videos like this, because by the end of this video, you may never look at these symptoms the same way again. 5 dangerous situations. Dangerous situation 5. Blood in vomit or diarrhea. One of the most serious warning signs is the presence of blood. Bright red blood may signal active bleeding inside the digestive tract. Dark, black stool can indicate partially digested blood coming from deeper inside the body. And while some owners hope it is just irritation, veterinarians warn this symptom should never be ignored, because bleeding may be linked to toxins, infections, severe inflammation, ulcers, or internal injury, especially if it appears repeatedly. Dangerous situation 4. Extreme weakness or collapse. Sometimes the vomiting itself is not the most dangerous part. The real danger is what it does to the body afterward. If your dog suddenly becomes extremely weak, cannot stand properly, or seems unusually quiet and disconnected, this may signal dehydration, shock, or poisoning. And frighteningly, dogs often become silent when they are critically ill. Not dramatic, not loud, just unusually still. That is why sudden lethargy alongside vomiting or diarrhea should always be taken seriously. Dangerous situation 3. Repeated vomiting within a short time. A single episode of vomiting is not always an emergency, but repeated vomiting over several hours is completely different, especially if your dog cannot keep water down. This may indicate intestinal blockage, pancreatitis, toxin exposure, or severe gastrointestinal inflammation. And the dangerous part is dehydration can happen fast, very fast. The body begins losing fluids, electrolytes, and energy rapidly. And if the vomiting continues non-stop, the risk becomes much more serious than most owners realize. Dangerous situation 2. Vomiting or diarrhea in puppies or senior dogs. Age changes everything. A healthy adult dog may recover from mild stomach problems overnight. But puppies and elderly dogs are biologically far more vulnerable. Puppies have very small fluid reserves. That means severe dehydration can happen within hours. Senior dogs face a different risk. Their organs are often weaker, their immune systems slower, and underlying diseases are more common. So symptoms that seem mild at first can escalate dangerously fast in these age groups, especially if appetite disappears completely. Dangerous situation 1. Swollen belly or signs of severe pain. This is the situation veterinarians fear most. If your dog's stomach suddenly appears swollen, hard, or painful to touch, do not wait, especially if they are pacing, whining, drooling excessively, or trying unsuccessfully to vomit. These symptoms may point to gastric bloat or intestinal obstruction, conditions that can become fatal within hours if untreated. And tragically, many owners mistake the early signs for simple stomach discomfort. But when vomiting or diarrhea is combined with visible pain, the body may already be entering a critical state. That is why recognizing these warning signs early matters so much, because sometimes the difference between recovery and tragedy is how quickly someone realizes the situation is no longer just an upset stomach. In part 2. 5 situations you can often monitor at home. Safe situation 5. Vomiting once, but acting completely normal. Sometimes dogs vomit for surprisingly harmless reasons. They may eat too fast, drink water too quickly, or irritate their stomach after chewing grass or unfamiliar food. If your dog vomits only once, but continues acting playful, alert, and energetic afterward, the situation is often less concerning, especially if they continue drinking water normally and show interest in food later. In many cases, the stomach simply needs time to settle. Safe situation 4. Mild diarrhea after a sudden food change. A dog's digestive system can be extremely sensitive to change. Even switching treats or introducing a new brand of food too quickly can temporarily upset the gut. This is because the balance of bacteria inside the digestive tract needs time to adjust. So if your dog develops mild diarrhea shortly after dietary changes, but otherwise behaves normally, careful monitoring is usually reasonable. Hydration becomes the most important thing to watch during this time, because mild digestive upset often improves naturally within a day. Safe situation 3. Occasionally eating grass and vomiting. Many owners panic when they see their dog eating grass, but veterinarians say this behavior is surprisingly common. Some dogs simply enjoy the texture. Others may use grass instinctively to irritate the stomach and trigger mild vomiting. And in many cases, the dog returns completely to normal afterward. What matters most is frequency. Occasional grass vomiting with normal energy and appetite is usually not dangerous, but repeated episodes combined with lethargy, pain, or appetite loss should never be ignored. Safe situation 2. Mild symptoms, but normal appetite and energy. One of the biggest clues veterinarians watch is behavior, because a dog who still wants to eat, all play, walk, and interact normally is often in a much safer condition than a dog who becomes weak and withdrawn. That does not mean symptoms should be ignored completely, but mild diarrhea or occasional vomiting without behavioral changes is often manageable at home with rest, hydration, and careful observation. The body can sometimes recover surprisingly quickly from minor stomach irritation. Safe situation 1. Symptoms improve clearly within 24 hours. This is one of the strongest reassuring signs. If vomiting or diarrhea slows down quickly, your dog regains normal energy, and appetite returns within about a day. The digestive issue was likely temporary. Dogs, just like humans, sometimes experience short-lived stomach problems that resolve naturally. But there is still one important thing owners should remember. Even mild symptoms become concerning if they happen repeatedly over time, because recurring digestive problems may signal allergies, parasites, chronic inflammation, or deeper medical conditions developing silently in the background. So the goal is never to panic immediately. It is to observe carefully, notice patterns, and understand when the body may be asking for help. Vomiting and diarrhea are frightening because they force every dog owner to make a difficult decision. Do we panic too early or wait too long? And the truth is, sometimes the difference between those two choices can save a dog's life. That is why understanding the body's warning signs matters so much. Not every stomach problem is an emergency, but not every symptom is harmless either. The key is learning to recognize when your dog is simply uncomfortable and when their body may be entering real danger. Because dogs cannot explain what they feel. They rely on us to notice the small changes first. If this video helped you better understand these symptoms, let us know in the comments below. Have you ever experienced a scary stomach issue with your dog before? And if you want more science-based videos about dog behavior, health, emotions, and the hidden signals dogs give every day, make sure to subscribe and follow the channel. Because in our next video, we are going to talk about the strange behaviors dogs show right before a seizure happens, and the subtle warning signs most owners completely miss until it is too late. And once you understand those signals, you may never overlook unusual behavior the same way again.